Good morning, friends and foes. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box. We are starting a little bit different this morning, and we are starting a hair later than usual because it's been quite the morning. And this is Johnny. Dee Bartee is here live with me, and our beautiful friend Sarah Jenkins is joining us live in person here at Smokey's Toys and Collectibles. I'm running the studio, and we are going to get into the show right after this.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
All right, we are back, and that fantastic theme song is courtesy of our friends, the Murdering Crows. You can get their album, Four Bad Crows, at Amazon, Google, Apple Music, wherever you get music. And, of course, we want to thank our supporters, Sharice Collins, Cindy Kep, Brian Huff, Dave Manginelli, Dave Mattingly, Crystal Raven-Jones, and Eli Cash. And you too can have your name in lights at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. We will have the banner running along the bottom of the screen as we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are improvising with tech this morning. So,
can you hear us?
Can you hear us is the important thing. If you can, put a comment that you can hear us.
Hello, hello. Check 1, check 2, check 3, 4, 5.
That was awesome. All right, so we are going to be talking about the Scooby Doo movie this morning, but before we do that, Dee Bartee, Sarah Jenkins, and for those of you watching who may not know who we are, I am John Pyka, the prophet of pop culture. You can call me Johnny. And Avengers comic books, Star Wars movies, and Saturday morning cartoons made me who I am today. Dee, tell them who you are, what you do, and what your pop culture passion is.
Dee Bartee, obviously, because you've said it like 1,000 times already. Photographer, actress, Friends fan to the 9th degree, which so is Sarah. I found out this morning. Oh my gosh, she couldn't get any better. What else? Vampires, but like not the gory vampires, but you know.
So have you seen What We Do in the Shadows yet, or is that still on the?
No, I haven't even watched Hocus Pocus 2 yet, and I'm a huge fan. I've been so busy.
How is that possible, Dee Bartee?
I know.
You were like crying that I was going to see it before you, and that was 2 weeks ago.
I know. Well, here's what happened. What happened. So I was put in charge of the float build for the freshmen for Fairview High School.
Because Dee Bartee does not know the meaning of the word no.
And then I had a wedding, because, you know, photographer and all. And then that weekend, so we did the float build that week. We did the judging and everything was on Friday. And then my daughter was in homecoming court, so we had to do all of that Friday night, which is when Hocus Pocus come out. And I was like, And my anniversary was that week as well, my 20th anniversary. You know what I did? Built float. My husband was there building a float. That's how dedicated we are.
Well, I remember
And then we had a wedding. And then 3 days later, I had to leave for a bachelorette party in Destin. And then I come back for about 6 hours. And
those are all just excuses, Dee.
I'm just letting you know why I couldn't watch it. I had no time. And then we went for a family vacation, and I got back late last night.
You go to more vacations than any single person I've ever known.
I need to get in on this.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
We all like to vacation, don't we all?
And with us is our returning friend, Sarah Jenkins. Sarah, tell them who you are, what you do, what your pop culture passion is.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I am an author. I am an acting coach. I am host of Coffee and Words, co-host of Two Broadcasters, and proud Gen Xer. And I don't know. I love all the pop culture stuff. I mean, I love it all.
Awesome. What is your book?
My book that is out is Every Beaten Path, but there are some really exciting things coming up in the horror genre.
Horror.
Yes. So,
Horror.
Yes.
You got to
We
be
have
careful how to say that word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you got to post this comment real quick. This last one here.
This is from James Scott at the Across the Pond Network. He says, when is your vacation to Scotland?
It's coming. Like, legit, it's coming. I will let you know.
We have one too. When are you going?
Oh my gosh, we can go together.
Oh my gosh. We have a big group going. All right, we'll talk after.
Okay.
Yeah. Things are
I'm
happening.
so upset right now. Now, for those of you who just tuned in and you've never seen this show, we are a pop culture
What are we, John?
We are a pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while surviving adulthood today. And adulting is hard. This morning, I had a hard adulting morning. We're not going to get into that this morning, but we are of a generation, all three of us, for the first time ever. Dee Bartee's like, don't remind me. I'm not as old as you are, John, or Sarah.
I didn't say or Sarah.
But she said she's Gen Xer. We're Gen Xers, and you are too. Although
I'm
refuse.
technically a millennial, unfortunately.
Shut up.
I am.
I hate you so much right now.
I'm so sorry.
But
And I'm a young Gen Xer.
So am
I
I.
caught the last year of Gen X.
I don't claim to be a millennial.
I don't like either of you. You're both fired. But I am of an age where we did not have smartphones or tablets at the breakfast table on Saturday morning.
Well, we didn't either.
Or any morning for that matter,
No,
right?
We didn't either.
So for me, Saturday mornings were cartoons and kaiju and kung fu movies and comic books and sometimes board games on a rainy day and getting on the bike and riding down to the mall or to the pool and just hanging out with friends, playing the Atari, whatever. Nintendo for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to say Super Nintendo. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. But in between cartoons, kaiju, comic books, and kung fu movies, we were reading the back of the cereal box. That was our newspaper. That was our world. And that's what we celebrate on this show. And that's why we're all wearing pajamas on a Saturday morning. All right, we got to model the pajamas. I'm wearing my
That was not
Avengers
part of the agreement.
onesie. And look at Sarah in her super cute Winnie the Pooh. I told her sexy Winnie the Pooh is a thing. And it has come true. And you are wearing the Bumble from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It actually has the hood with the eyes and the teeth. Let's do this.
It probably won't fit.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at how cute you are. Everyone, tell Dee how cute she is. And anyway, cereal is a big part of Saturday morning, and we're going to do a very live.
I don't know why I do the show. I don't like pajamas and I don't like cereal.
I know. And Dee Bartee just realized, oh my God, I'm not in my home studio where I can just decide what I'm going to do and not do. And she just realized I've got a bowl in front of me, and Johnny is going to make me do a live taste test of the Hocus Pocus 2
the people
cereal.
here at Smokey's are amazing, and they had coffee waiting for me when I got here this morning, and this is my favorite place ever because of that.
Ooh, this smells so good.
Oh, all right. How can you not love that, Dee?
She doesn't like to eat in the morning.
I get
She
that.
Yeah. So, but she can take 1 or 2 bites.
It kind of smells like Captain Crunch.
Well, it's by Kellogg's. Hocus Pocus 2 cereal is by Kellogg's. It only has 150 calories per serving, but with whole milk, it's got 210 calories per serving. And this morning, we're going to try something very experimental because normally I am eating my cereal with my my almond milk. Go ahead and put some in there, Dee. And Dee brought the cereal bowls, the vintage Kellogg's cereal bowls. How cool is that?
They're great.
Yes, they are. And so we are going to try this with raw milk.
Raw milk.
Straight from the farm. Now, Sarah, I have no idea how I'm going to pour this out of this mason jar
We're gonna have
without spilling it. You're going to have to help me here.
I'm
You are
going
the expert. You are the pro, I think.
All right. Hang on. You gotta kind of.
Okay,
There we
that's
go.
enough.
All right.
Yeah. I have such a weird phobia with milk, and I'm just like, oh God, it's touching her. All right.
I've never, ever had raw milk. And this is right from the farm.
Yes.
Right
This is from a local farm.
Right from the cow's udder.
It's special.
I have such a weird thing with milk, you guys, that even when I was nursing my children, I was like, ugh, my milk. Like, it was, I don't know what it is.
All I need you to do is one taste. And so this is the first time for any of us taste testing the Hocus Pocus 2 cereal, the berry brew flavor. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. That's delicious. And you know what? Raw milk doesn't taste any different to me than regular whole milk.
It shouldn't.
So why are we pasteurizing milk? What's the story on that?
Well, I mean, the whole idea behind that is if there were any bacteria or things in the milk, that it would kill it. And when you do mass production of milk, obviously, and there's liabilities for companies and things like that. And I guess there was, listeria is a thing that, we're not going to get too scientific this morning, right? But I mean, people have been drinking milk from the cow for thousands of years.
Yes.
So
it's delicious. I'm a fan.
Yeah. All right.
Dee. All right. So you took one bite. What's your impression of the cereal?
I mean, it tastes like all the other artificial cereals out there. Like Fruity Pebbles, or not Fruity Pebbles, but Fruit Loops.
It tastes just like Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
It really does, which makes sense. It's Kellogg's fruity flavor. And it's purple, orange, and yellow with green flecks. Doesn't seem to be turning the milk a different color. But Sarah, what's your impression?
I mean, it's got a great balance of fruitiness and crunch. And the color's pretty to look at. You need some pleasing aesthetics in the morning when you're really tired.
I love the colors.
Yes.
Purple is my favorite color. Did you know that?
Nope.
Yeah, I love purple, so I'm super happy. All right, so out of 5 bowls of cereal, what are we going to give this? I'm going to give it 4.5 and a spoon out of 5.
I'm gonna give it a 2 because it still tastes like a Fruit Loops. So I mean, it's basically just Fruit Loops and little.
Well, that's why it's not getting a 5 for me.
I mean that's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3. Just not that's a good rating for me. I'm tough on the rating systems, but it's a little blander. I would like a little more punch of something.
Okay.
A little more power behind it, but it's not bad. If you like fruity breakfast cereal, I would recommend this for sure. And the box. I mean, you got to buy it for the box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
that's
sure.
amazing.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's going home with Dee Bartee.
Oh yay.
Yeah, because
I'll add it to my collection.
Absolutely. Well, it will be gone this afternoon.
Yeah.
She's got 5 kids. I was thinking about that this morning, Dee Bartee, driving in.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys watched She-Hulk
No.
on Disney Plus?
I haven't watched TV in 2 weeks.
I know. You haven't even seen the movie that you're
You're too
obsessed
busy
with.
I know. What?
You're too busy vacationing.
Well,
It's hard.
I'm going to encourage you to watch She-Hulk I know you haven't watched it because Brian doesn't want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. So I tried to talk him into watching it, and he was like, "Nope, looks lame." And I'm like, "But," he's like, "Nope,
Well,
the
okay.
animation looks stupid." And I'm like, "But give it a chance."
Well, okay, it does have some CGI that it's not as bad as Deadpool was. Deadpool CGI was awful. Oh my God, that Colossus! I mean, that might have well have been a cartoon character. We got an Amber Alert happening.
Sorry, that might have been from yesterday.
But so She-Hulk, you need to see it because you are a mom of 4 girls, and Brian needs to watch it because he is the father of 4 girls, and the whole show really is about strong, womanhood empowerment and overcoming obstacles from society and career and perception and toxic masculinity. And it's actually really, really good. And trolled the internet trolls hard.
Right.
I think you would find it very funny,
Okay.
especially because some of the personalities in the geek community, and you're going to relate to a lot of it. And
If I can find time, I'll watch it.
sit your girls down with you to watch it. It's going to be 3 hours because it's 9 episodes that are 22 minutes long.
Okay.
So set aside about 3 hours and just treat it like a movie.
Okay.
All right, so Sarah,
After I watch Hocus Pocus too.
yes.
We'll watch it together.
All right, so we got some comments from you guys in the audience. If you were part of the audience and you are watching or listening on the replay and you want to know, well, how can I participate? Live streaming every Saturday morning. You can join the chat and you can comment, and we will read your comments on the air. Like Dave Mattingly, one of our Cereal Box super fans, says, "Good morning, Jinkies."
All right.
Jinkies.
I said, all right.
Hey.
And of course, James Scott is here across the pond. Sports Network says, "Hello, good afternoon." It's the afternoon in Scotland.
Oh, yes. Aye.
And he always says it's the best theme song ever. Now, I saw this comment earlier, so I didn't acknowledge it, but he did acknowledge that he can hear us. So I saw that early on. And, look at this. Jessica Simpers is in the audience. And she said, "Gotcha." She's actually here in the live audience. And for anyone who is here in the live audience at Smokey's Toys and Collectibles in Fairview, Tennessee, if you have your device with you on a Saturday morning, you can actually, instead of shouting it out to us, which you can do, we'll acknowledge you, but you can also post a comment live from right here. And the sprawling crowd goes wild.
Go wild, guys. Louder.
Saturday AM Network says we can hear. That's our buddy Cade. And let's see, what other comments do we have? Andrew Milden is here, and he says cow. And Saturday AM Network says, "Isn't it great that we've so advanced as a society that we now have almond cows?" That's true. That is fantastic. See, Sarah, I always use almond milk because I'm trying to watch my girlish figure.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah.
It's important. I'm trying to watch my poo figure, and it's testy sometimes, Poo.
Her poo
Yeah.
gives her trouble.
Oh my God.
The honey, the giant honey pots. You have to sit with
wow.
them and you drink it in the middle of the night.
There's so much double entendre in this conversation right now.
No. Not from here. Not.
Get your mind out of the gutter, John.
I'm just saying.
I'm out of that.
I'm
Jeez.
just saying. One of our audience members over here, Tim Lester, he's going, yep. He's,
Double entendre.
yeah, he gets it.
There's
I'm
poo
just
all
gonna-
over her.
There's
I'm
poo
gonna
all
put it
over
over here
her.
with the cereal.
Jill Lorraine says raw milk is the best, and you know what?
Hi, Jill.
I like it. I'm not gonna complain. I'm
Did you sign the waiver?
no.
Oh.
The waiver.
You're in trouble, John.
Oh God.
You got to sue the cow. You have to sue
So-
the cow.
James Scott says that he loves Fruit Loops, and we don't have Fruit Loops, but you know what? That gives me an idea. James, you just gave me an idea. Everyone's like, what's about to happen? So James gives me this idea. I've got my Rubik's Cube. Dee, have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube before?
No.
No? Neither have I. I've tried countless
My brother
times.
can do it. But
Really?
yeah.
Can he do it blindfolded?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
It's
fantastic.
just a pattern.
I know.
That's what
I know,
mean, he knows
but
the pattern.
from a mixed cube, the pattern may or may not work. But so we're gonna put the cube. I'm gonna try to solve it by
Actually,
isolating.
I
it.
did solve it one time. I peeled all the stickers off. And
Oh, that's cheating. I'm gonna cheat too, but I'm gonna solve it without using my hands.
Okay.
I'm gonna isolate it in the jar, okay? And on the count of 3, I'm gonna solve it. Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. Oh! No, I did not solve it, but I did get.
You solved your non-Fruit Loops problem.
I got Fruit Loops. I got Fruit Loops for James Scott, and you know what? They're actually fresh. Would you like some Fruit Loops?
Nope. Good.
Green, purple, red, blue. We got yellow. Yellow. Now, you guys know, after you eat breakfast, your mom probably taught you that it's important to floss. Yes? No? Did your mom teach you any lessons, Steve?
Yeah. I've just seen you do this trick a lot, so I'm not impressed.
But you've only seen it on video. You've never
No,
seen it.
I've
This is
seen
live
it
in person, Dee.
You did it with my kids in person, like several times.
Oh,
They're impressed still, but you know.
well,
I mean,
So-
I'm impressed with the trick. I just know what's going to happen. Let me put it that way.
yes, I'm eating the floss. Sarah's like, what is happening? All right, here we go.
See, all that artificial cereal has made you sick. It's coming back out.
I'm not interrupting you.
Come on in!
Come on. What's up, y'all?
That just happened.
Can you even see? Yeah, okay, you can see.
Yeah.
If you save that, you can decorate your tree at Christmas.
Yes, absolutely. And I do that trick enough that there's probably enough that you could use for a full
I'm
tree.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
good.
Anyway, we're gonna set that aside. Are you not impressed?
I'm
know.
so impressed, y'all! Yay! Woo! I can't believe you did that. I had no idea where that was going.
Whoa, it's incredible. It's a worldwide sensation.
That is incredible. I just ate Fruit Loops and then
Plus,
regurgitated it dry, tied on the loop. Crying out loud. All right.
I need an Oscar somewhere.
I do need an Oscar. You know, I don't
No,
want an
it's a
Oscar.
great
I just
trick.
want a parade.
it's a
That's
great
all I want.
trick. It's a fantastic trick.
Yeah.
Again, I've just seen it several times.
George Bueller says, "Good morning, cereal boxers."
Good morning, George.
And Across the Pond Cereal Network or Sports Network says, "Woohoo!" You know what? I just flubbed that. But you know what? Maybe we need to have an Across the Pond Cereal Network. James Scott,
Ooh.
call me. And we've got live folks coming into the store here at Smokey
Live
Toys.
folks.
Live
Live
Collectibles.
people. I'm glad they're
And
I'm
alive.
so glad they're not on live.
I know they're like, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
people are walking in like, oh, Hey.
There's something happening here. James Scott says, I'm so jealous now. Are you jealous of the Fruit Loops, of the trick, or the fact that these two are sitting on either side of me? Because that's something to really be jealous of. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. And Jeff Lester, who I mistakenly called Tim. I'm so sorry. One of my best friends from college is named Tim Lester. So I automatically default to that. So Jeff Lester says, useless trivia about Fruit Loops. They are all the same flavor. That is true.
What?
That is correct.
What?
Just like this. These didn't taste different per piece, did
My
they?
mind is.
Or did you,
You know,
you
but
didn't
it's a
notice?
psychological thing because when you see the array of colors, you assume that each one has a different flavor.
Yeah, well, no. Now, Jill Lorraine says we need a 12-year-old co-host. Okay.
That would be very exciting.
Do we know a 12-year-old that would want to be a co-host?
I know a 14-year-old.
Would she do it?
Yeah.
I begged you to bring her.
I know.
Over and over and over.
I'll see what I can do next week.
Oh,
I have
my
a 10-year-old. But
Well, that could be fun. That could be fun. 10-year-olds, magic, cereal, 14-year-old. She's an anime fan. We don't have any. Are you an anime fan?
yeah, I am not, but I live in a house of anime fans. So I'm exposed to it on the regular.
What is the favorite anime in your household? The one that everyone watches.
Well, there's two favorites right now because we have two different age groups. So there's Soul Eater is
Okay.
the favorite, I think, one of the favorites. And then my youngest just got into Dragon Ball Z for the first time. And
Okay.
he's super excited about that. So
And what is Maddie's favorite?
I don't know.
You're such an engaged mother.
I don't know.
I love it.
Well, I got 5 kids.
All right. So George Bueller asks, Johnny, without giving away too much, what did you think of the She-Hulk finale? I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was. I laughed out loud, and I thought it was super awesome, especially when she completely destroyed the fourth wall, and we thought the story was going in a very predictable kind of cliched way, and she completely shut it down. I love that. I thought it was brilliant. And Jill Lorraine says, for the magic tricks. Okay. And across
She's talking about you need a 12-year-old here for the magic tricks.
yeah, because apparently, yeah.
is she saying we need a little more maturity on the magic tricks?
yeah. When
Make me disappear, John.
whenever we are live and in person, I will always be doing some kind of magic. So you guys need to come out and be in the audience. Or you can just book your own full 30-minute show, the Super Saturday Magic Matinee. Call me. And James Scott says, in February, when I'm stateside, across the pond, back of the cereal box special. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that.
Actually, he's going to be in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Maybe we need to go to him in Las Vegas and be live in Las Vegas. Would your husband let you go on a trip to Vegas with me?
No. He wouldn't let me go an hour away with you. Are
I
you
know.
kidding?
I know.
He's always like, nope, I'm coming too. He'll be in Vegas in March. So I thought about going with him again.
Well, why don't we go out there in February and we just stay
Just
there
stay
until
till
he
March.
gets there, and then you want to go to Vegas in
Sure.
February? All right,
I'm in.
she's in.
Let's do it.
I mean, if Sarah goes, then, he might let me go.
Can Vegas handle us?
No,
I
No.
mean,
look,
I had so much fun in Vegas. I mean,
Vegas is one of my favorite places on the planet for obvious reasons. It is like a Saturday morning cartoon for adults.
yeah.
It is. Yeah.
And some of my best friends on the planet live there. All of my magic friends all live there and perform there. And I used to perform there. I used to perform at the Royal Resort.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to get back there. It's been years. Hey, but you know what time it is, Dee?
What?
we are in a toy store, a collectible store. And when I was a kid, we would reach into the cereal box and pull out our prize. And it's that time in the show, time for new loot. And since we are at Smokey's Toys and Collectibles, they have an amazing collection of collectible cards, sports cards, Magic, I believe, and all kinds of. You guys do Magic tournaments here, right?
We currently don't do Magic tournaments. We do MetaZoo and Flesh and Blood.
Okay, they're gonna do a MetaZoo event next Saturday after our show, but yeah, they collectible cards and they do tournaments of other kinds, not Magic, but huge selection here. So if you are into cards, this is the place. Has Brian come out here yet?
Oh God. Yes, he's been here.
Okay, excellent.
You guys probably, once you saw a picture of him, you'd be like, "Oh, I know that guy."
So
now we're curious.
Yeah.
My new loot.
I've got too many baseball cards stacked up to the ceiling almost in my dining room. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
since we are at a collectible store with a huge collectible cards section, I brought along something that I got in Huntsville a couple of weeks ago at a comic book convention. There was a dealer who was dealing vintage movie and TV cards, and I bought 4 packs of them. And so the collectors in the audience are about to flip out because I'm going to give these to you each. We are actually going to open these on air and show what we got. So I've got Rocketeer, the A-Team, and what do you got, Dee?
Roger Rabbit.
Dick Tracy.
Ooh, Dick Tracy. All right, so
You should have that picture of us where we did the Dick Tracy pose. That would have been.
you know what? I should. Why didn't you remind me?
Well, I didn't know you had these cards.
So the A-Team I have a complete set of in binders. The Dick Tracy cards I have the complete set in a binder. Roger Rabbit I don't. So and the Rocketeer I don't have any cards. Now I have no idea if these are valuable or not. And quite honestly, for your entertainment, I don't care. So we're gonna open these up. We're gonna completely destroy the packaging,
There's something
making
in here.
them completely worthless. So, all right.
More hate mail.
Yeah. So people are gonna hate this. So
I have gum.
yes, do you want to try that gum? You
No.
know how old that gum is?
No, I do not.
That's only about 30 years old.
But should I try it?
You should try it.
Okay, I'll try it. Let's see what happens.
I'm so excited. 30-year-old gum
it's
from the
crunchy.
package. Oh, that's better than the Packy One Chip Challenge.
Aha! It's crunchy. It's
Yeah.
like a chip.
It just crumbles in your mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, it tastes terrible. Oh.
So
Oh, it's so bad. It tastes like cardboard.
It always did.
Oh.
This is like a Fear Factor edition or something.
Now the A-Team,
I
did
win.
yours have gum in it?
No, it did not.
The A-Team one has gum in it. I'm going to give that one to you so you can try the gum in the A-Team.
I'm not scared.
That's only 40 years old.
Oh.
All right.
Oh God. It's
Dee,
so bad.
In honor of you, I'm going in. I'm going in. Look,
Don't
Oh, my
take a
gosh.
big bite.
the whole thing in my mouth. You're seeing it live right here at Smokey.
I did too. Half of it come back out.
Oh my goodness. See, the
Ugh.
fun thing is you don't swallow gum, right? Unless you're a 10-year-old.
It's very powdery.
Just wait.
Oh.
wait.
Oh.
Wait, see what happens later.
I think it's foaming. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a moment with my cereal.
Oh. You need some coffee to wash that down with.
milk, right?
For those of you who are just
Toining
toining
in.
who are just
Toining in.
toining it, yeah, we've coined a new phrase. Toining
You're
in.
freeing Roger Webby if you're just toining in.
Oh my gosh. Dee and Sarah both tried 30 and 40-year-old gum from the collectible card packs.
I don't recommend it.
Was it that bad? It was pretty bad.
You know, I may go to the ER afterwards just to be on the safe side.
Look,
but
I've had like 6 sips of coffee and I still taste it.
the
It
burning
still
has
tastes like
subsided. The burning
You signed the
has
waiver,
subsided.
right?
You know, I forgot to do that.
my mouth is numb. Like
That's not good.
uh,
It shouldn't be
You know,
numb.
it's kind of like if you started chewing on a fruit flavored brick
Yeah.
and you just let it dissolve and kind of just sit there and yeah.
it's no good.
So this morning we've tried raw milk for the first time. They've tried 30 and 40-year-old gum from the card packs. So, by the way, I opened up the Rocketeer packs. It's just scenes from the movie, but this one is a fantastic. I might frame this one to put in my office because it's just a great shot. And on the back, this makes me a little bit upset because it has, you take the cards and you put the special, what they call the bonus cards together and it forms a poster. That's the gimmick to get you to buy more and more packs.
I wondered what I saw. I had a couple of those.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a bonus card.
I only have one.
Yeah, they only put one in, and it's that one right there. That's the bonus card.
That one?
Yeah. What's on the back of it?
Oh,
Yes.
Gotcha.
See, the bonus cards are used to form a poster.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got Mr. T.
Dun, dun, dun,
I got-
ba-dum.
Yeah. Half of a bald head.
Yeah, that's Bob Hoskins. Now,
Wait, and a gun?
you got okay. Yeah, so you got the Dick Tracy bonus card, which is part of the
Oh, it goes this way,
yeah.
'cause that would make more sense.
yeah. So what's on the front of it? You've got
Assault and battery, Jake Itchy Ross.
Okay.
Rossi. Okay.
Now here's the fun thing about the A-Team cards. This is not just a card. This is a sticker.
Oh, it is. Do you want me to peel it off?
What would we put it on?
I mean, put it right here.
So it's close to her heart. And poo. Her poo heart.
If you do that, every collector in the audience is going to lose their poo.
Audible guess.
Well,
No, I dare you to do it now.
I don't want to anger the collectors.
Oh, it's too late. We've already done
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm like.
Oh, yeah.
We've eaten the
Oh
gum.
wait, are they on their edge of their seats?
Oh, yeah,
waiting to
yeah,
see if I will actually do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't challenge me. To
Yeah.
do the thing.
Here it goes. Collectors.
Oh no!
The whole thing is completely worthless now. Oh my gosh, on her forehead. It's gotta stay there for the rest of the day. Rest of the day. And Gregory Ray says, "What the?" Yeah. All right. So we have quite a few great comments. Let's see. From Dave Mattingly, he says, "My favorite part of the She-Hulk finale was the opening sequence, but jumping through the TV menu was just as good." We'll talk about that in a minute. Dave Mattingly says, "The thrills and excitement of live card package opening," and he adds that that it is mummified gum jerky. Is that pretty much what it tastes like? Mummified.
I think that's a great explanation of the flavor combination.
Yeah.
It tasted like cardboard, and I still taste it. It's not going away.
Like Fortall.
Dave Mattingly also says collectible cards adds new meaning to Jessica Rabbit just being quote unquote drawn that way. And Dave Mattingly also adds, Dee is here to open card packets and chew bubble gum, and she's all out of bubble gum.
Aw. I don't understand.
And Jeff Lester says audible gasp. And he was the audible gasp in the audience. So we're completely out of control. This is complete ridiculousness, Sarah.
Usually is, John.
You wanted to bring me on the show.
But it's more ridiculous when we're live and in person.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Because, you know, when we're just virtual, it's kind of controlled. But we're,
I mean, you close me out when we're virtual. You're like, bye. You can't shut me off.
No. You quit.
That happened once. You
yourself.
take me off screen every single
that's
time.
Melissa.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
I never take you off screen.
you take me off screen.
No, I love you too much. to take
That's
you off
not true.
screen.
I say something that makes you mad, and you're like, bye, Dee. Oh no! What happened to Dee? Where did she go?
Where in the world is co-host Dee Bartee? See, okay. Anyway, we could
We'll
argue
fight
with
it out later.
Yeah, we will. Anyway, there's more double entendre. Hocus Pocus 2 cereal tastes just like rebooted witches.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
I don't know. Have you seen Hocus Pocus 2?
Not yet. I think that we should watch it together.
I love that idea.
Yeah,
I love that
love
idea.
the first one, of course. I'm huge fan. Saw it in the
Me
theater
too.
when it came out,
Yep.
and like changed. It was like life changing as a kid, right?
Yep.
You're like, oh, this is the best movie ever.
Yep.
So yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I actually liked it more than the original. I was not a fan of the original. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one a lot. Bette Midler still has it.
I love her.
She's
so
phenomenal.
much. She is phenomenal. And Kathy and Jimmy.
Yeah, she
Oh
was
my
good.
goodness, she's amazing.
And let's see. Saturday AM Network. Cade says, "What's new, Scooby Doo? See what I did there? See, he wants us to get to the main topic. He wants us to move the show along. Thank you, Mr. Director.
That's a hint. That's a hint.
Enough of this cereal tasting and bubblegum tasting and new loot. Get to the thing. Well, so before we leave this segment, and believe it, this has actually been a segment. We are here at Smokey's Toys and Collectibles, and they have recently remodeled the store, and they have so much more inventory. There's so much more here to see. I'm just looking over my shoulder, and I'm seeing stuff that I need, which really makes me upset, Jessica. Jessica's the manager here. Like right over.
Well, I mean, Justin's here now, the owner. So
Yeah,
you
the
can-
owner's here. But here's what I'm most excited about. So I'm a comic book fan, and behind me is a spinner rack of new comics from Alterna and from Arrow Comics. And I gotta just tell you guys, I love Alterna Comics. I love them. And there's not another shop in the Middle Tennessee area that carries them. So now you've made it necessary for me to come here at least once a month. Justin, I'm opening a whole box with you.
He's that
So-
way.
D, it's theater. It's not real. Anyway, but they've also got Arrow Comics, and here they've got the Indie Volt Revolt series. And if you are not familiar with Indie Volt Revolt, you really need to check out their work. They're all indie creators, and basically they're like, we're going to do what we want to do. That's kind of their attitude. So this is going home with me today. Oh, hey, look, Hybrids, the Sons of God.
Excuse us while John
Yeah,
shops.
no, this is by Luke Stone. He's a good buddy of mine and a friend of the Rising Tide Network, which we're loosely connected with. So a bunch of these are going home with me today. So and look at here, Downcast. I'm so excited that they have both of these lines, but specifically Alterna. So that's my new loot today.
It
What
would
are
be.
you going to take home with you besides the rest of that bubble gum?
Nope.
Oh, you've got a gift.
So do you?
So do I. What do we got? Is this courtesy of Smokey's Toys and Collectibles?
This is a swag bag from the Unseen Paranormal podcast.
Oh,
man.
so
We met them, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We interviewed them on the show.
I thought so.
So we've got a koozie and a pen from the Unseen Paranormal podcast.
Shout out
Okay,
to Eric, host
Yes.
of the Unseen Paranormal podcast.
Oh yeah.
They are doing a live production in Gallatin. I want to say next week.
They just did one at the Palace Theater.
Okay, was last night?
Yes, last
yeah,
night.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
okay,
last night.
yeah. I was touring myself, doing a ghost tour.
I
So-
love t-shirts.
And what is this one? This one is big. Wait, okay, I can't read upside down. I love this. So Bigfoot don't care about your stick figure family. Oh, that's so phenomenal.
Yes, I love that.
Check out the Unseen Paranormal podcast. Get in, loser. We're doing. Oh my God, we can't read that on the air.
I'll support that.
So thank you, Unseen Paranormal podcast, and we'll need to share some of this swag with Miss Sarah.
Oh, thank
So
you. Can I do a shameless plug right now?
what?
Can I do a shameless plug?
Sure.
Eric Sims of the Unseen Paranormal podcast will be on my show, Coffee and Words, coming up in just a few weeks. So stay tuned for that.
Ta-da!
He will be co-hosting. He's been on the show before, but he's going to be co-hosting with me for the first time. So
Fun.
I'm really excited.
I really wish that I had known further in advance that they were doing that live show in Gallatin. That's where I live. And I do ghost tours. I'm a paranormal storyteller by trade. That's what funds this show. And I would have loved to have been part of that. Anyway.
Me too.
So, all right. So, Cade says, well, yeah, but what's new was the Scooby Doo reboot after this movie. Okay, so we're going to go to our main topic. Fine, Cade. We get it. We are here this morning. What's in the rec room? What's new in the rec room? We are going to talk about. I messed that up. I know. I'm all discombobulated this morning. And you know what? None of the images loaded. Oh, this is not good. Okay. So you are watching Johnny Scramble on live broadcast right now. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the Scooby Doo folder. So we are going to be talking about this movie, the original, the first Scooby Doo movie. And Dee Bartee, I picked this specifically for you.
For me.
Because I know that you, one, are a huge Scooby Doo fan.
Yes.
And when we did what's our favorite Scooby Doo property, this was the one you picked.
Yes.
Now, this just happens to be the random picture that came up first. I didn't pick it specifically because Velma's top is especially fantastic. But
What about Daphne's? I mean, hello.
yeah, but I don't know. There's something about Velma. I'm gonna be honest
It's
with you.
because she's smart and sexy.
She really is.
I mean, she's not just sexy.
Ever since I was a kid, I have always had a crush on Velma. She has always been my favorite. And yeah, so I had never seen this movie until this week.
What?
Yeah, I'd never seen it, and I watched it for the very first time this week, just for you.
Oh.
You see, when I have to watch things for the show, I actually do the homework. Shocking.
I mean, you keep bringing me back. You know what's up.
I know.
I mean, you know that I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. So I don't know why you keep bringing me back.
You ate the cereal. You ate the bubble gum. I think the key is having you right beside me.
Oh.
That's-
Well, you know I'm going to be late.
So, Sarah, you watched the Scooby Doo movie this week.
I watched it last night.
Did you really?
I did.
So, what did you think of it?
I thought it was interesting.
Had you seen it before?
I had not.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of the original cartoon.
Okay.
So I am still a huge fan of the original cartoon.
Well, so I watched this for the first time this week, and I was pretty taken. I was impressed actually by how well the cast portrayed these characters.
Yeah.
What is her name? Linda Cardellini, who plays Velma, who
Oh yeah.
she was perfect.
She's a great actress.
She really is.
Yeah.
And I was surprised by how much I hadn't seen her in. She has been in so many movies and TV shows that I had no idea.
Yes.
And you know, she's currently playing Hawkeye's wife on the Hawkeye Disney Plus series.
Yep.
She's Agent 13, aka Mockingbird. Little deep cut for the MCU fans there. But Matthew Lillard,
Love Matthew Lillard so much.
Yep.
he completely embodied
Yes.
Shaggy. And he did such a good job that he went on to voice the character in the subsequent animated projects. The movies, the TV show Mystery Inc., and the latest one that just came out last week, Trick or Treat, Scooby Doo. Have we seen that yet?
No.
That's the controversial one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is it controversial?
Because they actually made Velma come out
Oh.
as gay.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people on the internet are melting down. And you
Why
know what?
Is that controversial?
I know. I mean, it's not like we didn't suspect that. But apparently there's a scene, and this is the controversy. Okay, there's another scene in the movie where she confesses that she has a crush on Fred. So it's really like the people who are criticizing it are like, okay, either go all the way or you know, I'm like, you know, I've always suspected that of Velma anyway. I've always thought that she was maybe bisexual.
I never suspected.
Happy Saturday morning.
Hi. I never suspected anything because I was a kid when I watched Scooby Doo and it was just fun.
Well, yes. But anyway.
I never suspected that like Shaggy was a stoner or any of that. Like all the, you know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but come on, in
I'm a-
high school though, that was all the talk. You know.
Yeah.
That was all the talk.
Yeah.
Shaggy. You know, was
I
like,
didn't talk about Scooby Doo.
Shaggy
in high
and
school.
Scooby. You know.
Like, man, I got the munchies really bad. So, anyway, in this movie, it turns out that like the first animated movies that they did, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, that the threats are actually real. The monsters are real, right? And they never really explain where these giant goblin creatures come from, do they? Were they aliens? Were they
I thought they were like
demons?
demons. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it looked like to me. You're the expert on this movie, right?
I thought they were just people and
No. Now this ghost, he was a guy in a costume.
right.
That's how the movie opens, right? They solve another crime the
Right.
way that they always did, and they unmask the guy, Old Man Jenkins. And I think that was his, Old Man Peterson, maybe it was on this one. But
My long lost uncle.
yeah.
Did
And
you hear the story behind that?
No. Do I need to hear the story behind? There's a
Yeah.
story. There's a
Yeah,
story.
so a couple of weeks ago, I told this story on air. In my old neighborhood, there was a guy who would always like yell at the kids and everything.
get on my lawn!
Yeah, so I would be like, okay, Old Man Jenkins, like whatever. So it caught on, and everybody in the neighborhood named this man Old Man Jenkins.
Oh.
And that's where I got it from with Scooby Doo, because it was always Old Man Jenkins.
Old Man Jenkins.
Well,
So
in
there's
the-
that. You're welcome, guys.
so in the plot of this movie, they unmask Old Man Jenkins, and and the press is all there. They're interviewing them. They're all excited, and Fred takes credit for Velma's plan,
Right.
and she's like, "That's it. I quit." And he's like, "You can't quit, because if you're gonna quit, then I quit." And Daphne's like, "Well, screw both of you. I quit." And they split up
Right.
for 3 years. And
Right.
3 years later, Shaggy and Scooby get an invitation to come to Spooky Island. Ooh. And little do they know that the rest of the gang has gotten an invitation too. Velma has gone on to become a NASA scientist. Fred has gone on to become a best-selling author and is doing a lecture circuit. And Daphne has gone on to become a world champion martial artist. And Shaggy and Scooby are living out of their van with some
Down by the river.
Down by the beach. Down by the beach. And when we see them again, there is some kind of mysterious smoke coming from the van. And it turns out it's their hot plate. But, you know, the implication is, like, man, I got the munchies. I guess, I don't know. But you know what? Here's what really frustrated me about this, okay? So they get a knock on the van door, and they think it's the beach police, which is a thing, right? If you've ever lived in a van on the beach, you know the beach police are a real thing. Jeff Lester is nodding his head like he's had this experience. But they think it's the beach police coming to shut down, you know, whatever is creating the smoke. But it turns out it's the guy with the invitation to Spooky Island. But here's what bothers me about this. They gather up as much as they can to jump out of the van and run away, but they leave the hot plate, the grill. It's not a hot plate, it's a grill. It's like flame burning in the van. They're going to leave the mystery machine to burn down on the edge of the beach. How irresponsible is that? Anyway, apparently I'm the only one that cares about that. But they reunite at Spooky Island, and in the process, Velma loses her sweater, and somehow mysteriously she ends up in this spandex top, which is very flattering to her figure. And yeah, and
happy.
it really did. I probably paused several scenes with her a few times. I'm not gonna lie, because I love Velma and she's great. But you know, I was blown away though by also Freddie Prinze Jr. When I heard he was cast as Fred, I was like, this does not work for me. But in the movie, it worked for me.
Well, you know what? It worked. That is the whole reason why I watched this when it came out, because I was a huge fan of him. He was my teen heartthrob.
Really?
Yeah.
What was he in before this?
She's All That.
Yeah.
Was he in Varsity Blues? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
There was another big one he was in.
Yeah, there was another one. I can't remember what it was. But then he was Fred, and I was like, oh. But I always loved Scooby Doo anyway. And this was really the first live action cartoon movie. I'm pretty sure it was the first one I ever saw.
Okay.
And so I was a little skeptical about it, but when it came out, of course, it had Freddie Prinze Jr., so I was all in.
Well, and you know, it's kind of ironic that Daphne is played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, who played Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Who was his actual wife in real life.
Is this where they met?
Yeah, they met on set.
And fell in love.
Fell in love. And
it's a Scooby-Doo love story.
it really is. It really is. And, you know, they both retired from acting after the second Scooby Doo movie.
Well, he's acting again because him and Brian Austin Green had a show.
Well, he did a lot of voice acting. So did she.
Who was also another teen heartthrob.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I was a Brian Austin Green fan back in the day. Yes. Oh man.
But here's a little known fact that you might not know, but you know, a lot of us who are into pro wrestling know this. Freddie Prinze Jr. went to work for Vince McMahon at WWE, and he was one of the head writers for almost 20 years, and just recently left. And yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, most people don't. But that's what he's been doing primarily, other than voice work. And but Linda Cardellini, who played Velma, she has been in so much.
Are you saying wrestling scripted?
Jeff Lester
You can't
just
say
asked
that.
if wrestling is scripted. No, it's not scripted. What are you talking about, Jeff Lester?
Just asking. I'm concerned.
You just ruined like a lot of people. We're all disillusioned now. Thanks, John.
Oh,
See, I did not know this, Jeff. Jeff just posted some useless trivia. In the original Scooby-Doo cartoons, Shaggy was the only one who could hear the dog talk. Is that
Really?
true?
This is true.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember that.
I didn't
This
either.
this
Yeah.
kind of leaned on how Shaggy was a stoner.
Yeah.
He was the one that could hear the dog talk or reply.
Hmm.
Nobody else heard the dog talk.
That's pretty funny.
Now, how long did that last?
If
For
you
the
go
entire...
through the entire 70s and into the 80s.
All right, so
The
now
new
I'm going to have
writers-
to go back
The
and
new
watch.
writers were like, we'll just make Scooby have a voice.
Yeah, so now I'm
Everybody
going to have to
hears
go
the
back
talk
and
now.
watch Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And by the way, I bought the entire series on Blu-ray at Target for $24.95. I'm just saying, they got it. But you know, I was never a Scooby-Doo fan as a kid. I really wasn't. And it wasn't until I got married and my wife was obsessed with Scooby-Doo. She still is. That we started watching the direct-to-video movies, but I had never seen this because it came out before that. And now, because my co-host Dee Bartee is also obsessed, I'm like watching all of the stuff for the first time. So, thank you, Dee.
Welcome.
But you know, at the end of the day, this movie was silly. It was campy,
It's very campy. Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun.
It was. Yeah.
And Mr. Bean
Okay.
as the make-believe villain, who you remember who the real villain was?
I don't. It's been a while since I've watched this movie.
Oh, the worst character ever created in the Scooby-Doo franchise ever.
Was it Scrappy?
Yes.
That's what I
Scrappy.
thought. Scrappy. Yeah.
Yeah, he built a robot.
That's right. Right.
Put him up. Anyway, let's see. Now Daphne is Daphne the Vampire Slayer since she's played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's about the truth. And that comment comes from Dave Mattingly. And Dave Mattingly says, "Trick or treat Scooby-Doo is a hoot." And he also adds that the...
Well,
We'll
where'd
just
it
have
go?
to- there it is. The second Scooby-Doo film was pretty good too.
I
So
agree.
I haven't seen that yet. That's next on my list. Next week, should we do that or should we do Mystery Inc? Have you seen Mystery Inc, the series?
Yes.
So have you ever seen Mystery
I have
Inc?
not.
It is an updated series that.
Well, I think we should do the second Scooby-Doo since we did the first one. I think that we should.
Okay.
Or we could do both. Why not?
Okay.
I have more homework.
And
And
then
Hocus
I'm going to
Pocus
Sarah's
too.
house and watching Hocus Pocus. too.
Yes.
Now, when you do that, please put a camera on you while you're watching
We
it,
can do a screening.
so we can have
Yeah.
live reactions. That would be great.
For like 2 hours, you want live reactions.
Yeah. No, we're not going to stream it live. We'll take the video and we'll edit it down to 30 seconds
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
or a minute, maybe 3 minutes.
Okay.
We're getting a whole show.
Yeah. I guess we gotta have microphones and everything on us, Sarah.
We should. Yeah.
That would
Dress
be
to impress.
that would be great.
I'll bring the wine.
There you go.
And Jessica Simper says there was a mystery machine in my hometown when I was a kid. It was awesome. Never saw it smoking though. That's pretty. There is a mystery machine here in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, I've seen it several times.
It's
always at the conventions.
Yes, Starbase
1552.
1552 Comics in Franklin, Tennessee. That's the guys who own that.
Nice.
And yeah, they show up at the conventions. And I got a picture of me in this onesie beside the mystery machine. We'll have to post that later.
I've got a
again.
couple floating around somewhere.
Yeah. That's the show.
Oh man.
I know we could do this all morning, couldn't we?
Okay.
We're right at an hour.
All right.
Yeah. So let's review. We've showed off new loot, opened collectible cards, eaten 40-year-old bubblegum.
Don't recommend it.
Tried a brand new cereal. We got gifts from the Unseen Paranormal Podcast. I found new comics at Smokey's Toys and Collectibles. I did a magic trick that did not impress Sarah or Dee, either one. And I tried raw milk for the first time, and we talked about Scooby Doo the movie with commentary from a live audience.
And you got Sarah and me in onesies that we don't
I know.
appreciate.
I no, listen.
We appreciate it.
The audience appreciates it.
I'm going in.
She's putting the hood. Okay.
Hang on.
All of us.
You got poo on your head.
You got poo on your head.
Oh my gosh, that is adorable. That is adorable.
Yeah,
Look at
you're too
you.
cute.
Okay, we need to do a photo shoot with her in the poo onesie. You maybe Dee. Oh, a onesie pajama calendar.
Oh yeah, love that.
All of us in cheesecake
Yes.
poses.
Yes.
I'll buy the first
I'm
one.
in.
We've already got a customer.
I
Pre-order
love it.
You can make that happen at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. You see how seamlessly I did that segue? It's almost like I am a trained broadcast professional. Almost. Not quite. But, you know, I can fake it real well. So buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod is how you can support the show and help us make that cheesecake onesie pajama calendar a reality.
Cheesecake? Like
Yes.
actual cheesecake? Like, are we eating cheesecake?
Will there be cheesecake? I am so
I
in.
love
Oh.
cheesecake. I'm down
I
for
am
cheesecake.
No, you know, cheesecake is the way you pose and
Oh.
real
I
sassy.
thought Sarah and I were going to feed
like-
each other
But
cheesecake.
no,
I
I think this is
That's
another
happening.
thing. I think
I
this is happening.
It's
Yes,
happening. It's
That-
happening.
because I would pay.
A different
Good
flavor
money,
for every
yes.
month.
Oh my God. This has to happen. You guys watching, you have to help us make this happen. And maybe we can get Cheesecake Factory to be a
That's exactly
sponsor.
what I was about to say. Cheesecake Factory, sponsor us.
Yes.
Because they would
Got
have a different flavor for every
Yep,
month.
They would.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
maybe we can get a pajama company to be a sponsor and have different pajamas for every month.
Love it.
This is a thing, guys. This is going to happen. And you can help make it happen at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. And check out Sarah. Where can they follow, find, and support you?
All right, so I am at author Sarah Jenkins on all social media except for Twitter, where it's AMG Sarah Jenkins, but I don't post much on there, so you don't have to follow me on Twitter.
Wait,
But-
at author
At
Sarah Jenkins?
author Sarah Jenkins, coffee and words, coffee ampersand words, the and symbol on YouTube. That will also pull up on Instagram as well. And the show is
Look at that.
actually going, wow, look at that. The show will actually, it's currently available on YouTube and previous seasons on Instagram, but will soon be available on all podcast platforms for your listening pleasure.
And of course, Dee, where can they follow, find, and support you? I am entering this in the is it Dee Bartee photo?
Yes,
Okay.
on all the platforms. Like all of them.
And is there still time or room for anyone to book a photo shoot with you this month?
I have a few slots. I'm leaving here and going to do a whole bunch today.
Are you going to do the photo shoots in your pajamas?
No.
Please?
No.
She's no fun at all.
No. You gotta wait for the calendar.
Oh, yes. Reasons to buy the calendar. There you go.
Shoulder and cake.
I mean, I'm ready to take this thing off anyway.
Oh my God! Ba-da-da-da-dum. All
Here we
right.
go. Woo!
All right, guys and gals, you can follow, find, and support me at johnpyka.com or right here on the podcast. And if you like the show, do make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, but more importantly, share it with 200-300 of your closest friends and family. Tell them to come share the fun. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box.